EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Northern California and Levi's Stadium in the South Bay in Santa Clara, California. So good to have you along for the ride this year. It's the Monday night opener, and off we go here with week 1. This one will be taken in the end zone, no run back forthcoming, and the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. The NFL's leading rusher a season ago, Christian McCaffrey. And he finds some daylight up past the 35-yard line, a pickup of 7. They run once more with McCaffrey. And he gets this up close to the 40. Quincy Williams in there for the stop. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Trying to avoid the early 3 and out, they face 3rd and a yard. A short one there, caught by Kittle. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 19 Lion.
They're going. Here's Purdy. That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs.
It's always a gamble anytime you go for 4th down on your side of the field, but they clearly play that they liked, but the defense came up huge, and now their offense is going to have a chance to capitalize and take advantage of this short field.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Rodgers going to put it up to get started. Oh, the first throw of the season is intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Texas. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
Ready, ready. Let's go. Ready, ready.
To the right side, this is McCaffrey. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
Number 1 rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. Sauce Gardner makes the tackle. They need to get it to the 27. This is 3rd down.
Chop 60, chop 60. 79 Bronco. Buffalo 18. Check out.
Out of the gun, here's Purdy. Open man is Jennings. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Stevens. And the Jets are going to get the football here at their own 38-yard line.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Breece Hall, the intended receiver. Third down coming up.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
But I think it would be a bit of a... Mike, to say that this offense has come out today a bit flat. They haven't picked up a single first down through the first 2 drives, and barring a really aggressive decision here, they'll have to wait to their 3rd series to see if they can make it happen.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They're indeed going. It's Rodgers. He's got the hook up there to Cooper. And he will have that first down. Taking a chance here early in the game, but they convert on 4th down. They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers. He'll find Hall out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too...
Oh, a man wide open. He's got it. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Touchdown, Jets. Greg Zuerlein now for the point after. It's up and through. And the Jets have their first lead of the new year. They're up 7-0 here in the season opener. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Set up. Ready.
On the ground, it's McCaffrey. Into the secondary at the 45. And he's out of bounds inside the 30. Big time play by McCaffrey. 41 yards.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave,
here we go.
You got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
Ready.
They'll go back to McCaffrey on 1st down. He'll take this ahead. It's a pickup of 3. Isaiah Simmons comes up to end that one. They face second down and 7.
Dragon 60. Come on. Set. Set. Hurt. Get up.
Now it's the rookie out of Louisville. It's Isaac Guerendo. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Isaac Guerendo. Touchdown, 49ers. Now Jake Moody for the extra point. He's got it. And the 49ers will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece. And the kick's away. Set to return is Xavier Gibson. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Looking to throw. It's Rodgers. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Amari Cooper was the man he was looking for, and it's going to be 3rd down.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Rodgers on 3rd and 2. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. On 4th down, the Jets turn it to the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt. No chance to turn upfield. He's forced out of bounds after a very short return.
Okay, break.
Here's 1st and 10.
Ready.
A run here with McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
Nice run there by McCaffrey, and the reigning offensive player of the year picks up right where he left off a season ago. Over 2,000 yards for scrimmage. Second time he's done that in his career. This is one of the most dynamic players, regardless of position, in the entire NFL.
Room to run past midfield. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35.
It's definitely nice to have one of those bruising, punishing backs to kind of help wear down the defense. But I'll tell you what, you can give me a flat-out electric runner like this guy any day of the week. He can turn on those jets, get in that high gear, and he is gone.
Open man downfield is Kittle. And he will score. George Kittle. Touchdown, San Francisco.
It's kind of the feast or famine anytime a defensive coordinator dials up a man pressure. And when you don't get home, it just puts so much stress on your secondary, Mike. They feel like they're out there defending their man for an eternity. And quarterback had his opportunity to find his matchup, good protection up front, and they just couldn't hold up in coverage long enough, and they give up a big touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Oh, what an unforced error at an untimely moment. Just tied the game, but then the kickoff out of bounds, and the ball comes out to the 40-yard line. So, a couple of first downs will give them 1st and 10. They're at the 41. They're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2. Now Rodgers. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
They'll bring St. Brown in motion. Now he's loose down the right sideline. And he's in. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Touchdown, New York. What a start to the year. His 2nd touchdown in this opening half. We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
On the ready.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Panther 60. Panther 60. 18. Pioneer. Panther Street. Panther Street. Hut.
Purdy works out of the pistol. Downfield, and it's caught by Ayuk. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 now from the 36.
Set. Go. Go. Set go.
On the handoff, McCaffrey. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. Greg and I back with more on this opening week after this.
Go. Go.
Now it's McCaffrey. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. He's dropped for the loss of a yard.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield, so that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Maverick.
So Kittle comes in motion. On 2nd down, Purdy. That is hauled in at the 5. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
Looking for that crease inside, and that did not break the play. No doubt about it. They are going to mark him short.
Big Lion. Here we go. Set. Ready.
They'll run the sneak. And he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Brock Purdy. Touchdown, 49ers. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead.
You know, he spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. But let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the 1st half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here going into halftime changes this entire game.
Very little time remaining in this 1st half as this kick is away. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. He'll get this complete to his man out of the backfield. Down the sideline. And he will take this one in. 72 yards. Touchdown, New York.
Mike, I'm not sure how else to put it other than this is just a complete defensive breakdown. I mean, from where this ball was snapped, you simply have to just defend the end zone, and if they throw it short, come up and rally tackle. If they throw it in the end zone, high point the ball and knock it down. You cannot give up 6 points to end this half.
So we've reached halftime here in our first Monday Nighter of the new year as we get you to Orlando. Say hello to my old pal, Jonathan Coachman, with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the 2nd half. Could not ask for more from that 1st half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. From the gun, Rodgers. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes. Jalen Phillips that time. In there for the sack. 3rd and long. Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
Oh, how about that hit? Wow. He took a pretty good lick at the end of that one. He'll get this out to the left flat. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player.
Ready? Hey, smash Bronco! Warrior 70, check go!
They'll run here with McCaffrey. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
Go, Chap! Go, Chap! Go!
Off the play fake, Purdy. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Cup 19! Cup 19! Ready?
Again, it's Purdy. They'll try to set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Viking 18!
Here's a 3rd down and 4.
60 Bobcat! 60 Bobcat! 18 Rattler! 18 Rattler! Panther 11! Panther 11! Ready?
From the gun, it's Purdy. He's got his man. Completes a Pearsall.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough. But now a much more advantageous
60
spot.
Eagle, 60 Eagle. Ready, ready?
3rd and short. Purdy. That's complete to Pearsall.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up 1st downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion. Continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
Got it. Ready?
Here's 2nd and 6.
19, down. Go, Rig. Go. Check, go.
Off the bootleg, it's Purdy. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he will get into the end zone. Brandon Ayuk, touchdown San Francisco. On is Moody to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the 49ers go up by 7, 28-21. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. First and 10.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Rodgers to throw. This one caught by the back out of the backfield. And he's out of bounds, but they take it to the red zone inside the 20. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. It's a gain of 49. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in bounds.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
And that'll be incomplete on what turns out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down.
Go to 50.
Rodgers going up top again. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And on that 3rd down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game, but it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, and now brings up 4th down. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Check, Bobcat. Check, Bobcat. Let's go.
They'll put a receiver in motion right. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average. And frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Throwing on 2nd down is Purdy. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
Big-time opportune sack there by the defense. Mike, they're right on the cusp of field goal range. You can't allow this to become a 2-possession ball game here in the 4th quarter. Massive 3rd down coming up here. See if they can get off the field and get the ball back to their offense.
The throw is going to be caught inside the 20. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 81 yards. Touchdown, San Francisco. Moody now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the 49ers will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now, this is going to be returned from deep in the end zone. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And it's recovered by one of his teammates.
Now, obviously, there's never a good time to fumble the ball. It's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. But it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it, and at least you can maintain possession.
And he's going to be taken down after a big second down pickup, but we do have a penalty marker on the field. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Rodgers. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. The Niners have got it. Well, he certainly turned that into something on the move. Downfield, looked like he was gaining yards, but then loses control, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
Early on, Mike, it looked like it was going to be a really good play by the quarterback, turning to his legs, getting some pretty good yardage with his feet, but then he failed to not only protect himself, but mostly protect the ball. Defense is able to put a hit on him, jar the ball loose, and now they'll take over after the big takeaway.
2nd and a yard.
Here we go, set. Check smash, check smash. Mustang 19. Hut, hut.
Play action. Here's Purdy. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Ready. Hut.
Here's Purdy. A hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Trying to set up that screen, but the rush got there too quickly.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
3rd down and 9.
Let's go now.
They'll put Ayuk in motion.
Chop 60, chop 60. Check go.
3rd down. Purdy. That one taken in. Brandon Ayuk. Touchdown. 49ers. What a start to the season. It's a 3-touchdown week number 1. On is Moody to add the extra point. He's got it. And the 49ers tack on one more to their lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
He'll find Hall out of the backfield. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
58. Hey, 88. Team Mike. Jump ball. Jump right.
A-Rod now to throw on 1st down. To the right side, that's St. Brown. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down. Rodgers now. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Rodgers here on 2nd down. He'll go underneath here, the running back out of the backfield. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Get 300. Get 300.
3rd and short yardage, it's Rodgers. And he's going to be swallowed up, taken down, sacked back at the 5.
Yeah, live.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. This one intercepted. Picked off by Renardo Green. And he's going to take this back all the way. Touchdown, San Francisco. Moody now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the 49ers are able to extend the lead. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. First down for Aaron. He's got a receiver, Alan Lazard. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts.
Check 30. 26.
Here we go. One final play. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So a win here for the 49ers. They take care of business in this one. The NFC champs, winners here at home on this opening Monday night. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.